My name is Sylvia, the Professional Development Officer of the Hong Kong HKLA. So a very warm welcome to today's webinar, AI Power Coding and Research with Cursor, co-organized by the Hong Kong Library Association and the Roman Shaw Library City University of Hong Kong. So thank you all for joining us in such a great number. And I think more people will coming to join us too. So today's section explore AI-driven productivity with a specific focus on how to use Cursor as a powerful tools for streamlining coding workflow while ensuring accuracy and credibility in academic research. So our speaker today is Mr. Louis Lee, Head of Library Instruction and Reference Services at the Roman Shaw Library City University of Hong Kong. So he lead the fantastic LLMS Make Simple's Zoom webinar series last year. And just a reminder, if you missed out, all those sections are still
Mm,
up on the HKL YouTube channel. So before we begin,
mm.
I would like to quickly go through a few housekeeping items with you. So first, keep your microphone mute during the presentation to avoid background noise. And we will use a Q&A. We will have a Q&A section at the end. So feel free to type your questions in the chat box at any time. And we will have recording for today's section, and we'll share both recording and presentations live with you afterwards. And a very important reminder for those who would like to receive our certificate of attendance. So please fill out the form using the link posted in the chat, which I will post it later. And make sure to enter today's section code 2603, your name and your email address as required. And okay, to get today
Mm.
started, I'd like to invite our president, Dr. Koo Kat Ming, to say
Mm.
a few words. Dr. Koo, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Uh, Hello, see you again, Luis. So thank you for joining us with this sharing session again for the cursor programming tools. And Luis is one of my very respectful librarians in the world. I think he is very helpful and he's knowledgeable. So I'm lovely to have Luis to help us to talk about cursor with the AI programming. Uh, I think the beauty of this sharing is that we all now work in the AI era. Sorry. So we have to bridge up the gap between the IT and the librarianship or something other than AI. So we try to use AI program or talk with AI to do a job. So I'm a programmer, so I seldom use the coding platform to do program line by line and use the AI, say for example, use Codex or other kind of tools to do programming to speed up the programming speed. So I think if we have to understand how we can get use of AI to harness the AI to do our daily job, it will help us to speed up our work. So this is very important that we will not be replaced by AI. This is very important, but particularly for librarians, even though budget cut or other prices about this. So we have to level up our skill set. So I do think that Louis will give us some insights and in the future developments of using AI to do our work. So uh, we cannot send Louis a big round of applause like at the virtual virtual space. So why not we just click the react button and send him a thumb up or a heart emoji. So yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you all.
Okay. I give you a heart. Okay. So let's start.
Thank
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Koo and HALA for giving me an opportunity to share of you about this about Cursor today. Let me share the screens first. Okay. So we will talk about Cursor today. So Cursor actually is a very helpful tool whether you are programmer or non-programmer. If you want to do some coding, I think Cursor may help you to ease your job. Okay, particularly in programming. So for today, basically I will show you some of the features about Cursor and also how you can install and work with Cursor. And also, I will show you some pricing model because if you're using Cursor, you have different pricing model that you can choose in order to work with Cursor. So I will also show you later on. And some of the additional features, such as how to make use of Cursor to run multiple tasks at the same time. So we call it parallel agents. And also you can use different model at the same time and also available in Cursor. So I will also give you a demonstration later on. And also I will show you how to make use of Cursor to connect to the so-called MCP, where you can connect to different database, where you can use the chat box in the Cursor to type your prompt and to ask some research question using the MCP to connect to Scite and Consensus, and also other MCPs that I will also show you later on. So basically, this is what we are trying to do today. So if you are new to coding, I think this is the term wipe coding is very popular today. So for wipe coding, actually, you no need to type any code. You just make use of some tools like Cursor, and you type the prompt in the chat box, and then the Cursor will try to understand your prompt and then to generate the code for you. So you can see from this workflow on the right-hand side. So after you generate the code, actually, it's not just left it here. So you have to review the code. So even though you are not a programmer, or even though you have no knowledge about programming, you still have to take a look of the codes, whether there is some security issues. So basically, you have to check whether the code is a valid code or there is some errors in the code. So you have to what we call the human in the loop. So you have to involve human in checking the code. So this is even though you don't need to write any code, but you have to involve in reviewing the code. So this is a part of the very important procedure that you need to know. So if there is an error, you will have to debug the error and also to do some testing, and then before you can deploy the application. So basically, so this is the wipe coding, the process, and which is very different from the past, where every programmer have to write the code from the start to the end, and they have to debug and evaluate the code. And now you have streamlined this process. The AI will help you to generate the code, but you have to review the code by yourself. Okay, so to some extent, you have to all of you are benefit from this AI process and to streamline your workflow. So if you go to the cursor.com, you will be able to download Cursor. And I already put the link in the HKLA website. So you can go to Cursor, this link, to download the version you want. So basically, for the Cursor, the latest version is 3.5. Okay, 3.5. But for today, I will show you the version Cursor 2, which is 2.6 exactly. So why I choose this version? Because this version have a special feature called multiple models and also the parallel agents, which is a feature that I very much like these features. And after the version 2, for all latest version, this feature is already removed. And this feature is only available on the web version of the Cursor. So I would like to use the Cursor in my desktop, and that's why I want to show you this version, which is still available in the desktop. And you can run this application, run this feature in your PC or in your MacBook. So I will show you the version 2.6 today. Okay. And apart from install Cursor, you can also install other tools like the Git and look.js and also Python. If you want to write the Python program, so you need to install Python beforehand. Okay, so these are the tools, these are the applications that you recommend to install as well. Okay, apart from Cursor. All right, so after you install Cursor, you download the Cursor program in your desktop, in your PC. You just run it, and you will be able to see some agreement screen. And what you need to do is to just click next, just like you install other program. And And next again, so these are the couple of screens that you will be able to see. And finally, you will be able to see this screen complete install. Okay, so you just click finish, and then the cursor will automatically launch the cursor. Okay, and apart from cursor, as I mentioned, you can install the Node.js. This is the program, particularly when you are running some MCP. And also the cursor itself may use the Node.js, the JavaScript program to run some module. So you also recommend to install this Node.js. So the same, just go to the website, download the program, and install it. So it's not that difficult. Okay, it's just straightforward. So Node.js is one of the tools you need to install. And also Python, if you want to write Python, then you have to install the Python interpreter in order to run the program. Okay. And also, you also recommend to install the Git. Okay, so if you want to work with Git, actually it's a version control system. So whether you really want to use the Git, so I recommend you install first. Okay, to install the Git so that you can keep different version of your job, and you can easily revoke to the previous version if you want to. So after you install the cursor and start to running the cursor, and you will be able to see a sign up screen, which is on the right hand side. So the sign up screen requires you to sign up a account, okay, before you can use. So even you use the free account, you have to sign up. So you have to click sign up, and then you will be asked whether you want to continue. So you have to click continue. And you have different options to create your account. So you can use your existing Google account, or if you have a GitHub account, then you can use the GitHub to log in. So for example, if you use my GitHub, I will use the GitHub account. Then you can type your email address to log in the GitHub. If you're Google, then you can type your Google email address in the box here, and then you can log in to create an account. And there is some further setting after you click create. So you just skip it. So just continue and then continue, and you will be able to see this the screen. So this is the cursor interface while you do all the setup beforehand. Okay, so we will come across this interface later on, and before that, I would like to show you some cursor pricing scheme, and you are better need to know about this before you using cursor. Okay. So right now, cursor have different pricing model. So if you don't want to pay any money, then you can use the free model. Okay, of course, for the free version, you have many limitations. And for example, you won't be able to select the model you want. What I mean here is cursor can support different model like the GPT model, like the alphabet model, like the for example Opus, and also Sonic model, and even some Codex model. You won't be able to choose this model, and you have the only one model which is assigned by cursor. Okay, so for the free version, you don't need to pay, but you have some credit limit, quota limit, and also you won't be able to select any model. So I would recommend you to select the Pro model if you want to do more tasks, or even if you want to develop some small programming, then I would like to suggest to you to subscribe the Pro model. So this is in US dollar, okay? So you have many different features after you subscribe to the model. So for example, you can connect to the MCP, you can have multiple model running together, and also you can run agent parallelly, different agent parallelly. That means you can run different tasks at the same time. Okay, so this is the Pro model. Okay, so others, if you have money, then you can subscribe. Okay. Before using cursor, there is some pre-configurations that you need to set up before you can use.
Right.
So this is the screen I just showed you. So when you start cursor, you will be able to see something like that. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to create a project folder. We call this project folder. So actually, it's a folder in your Windows platform or in your Macintosh. Okay, so you have to create a folder which everything then will work within this folder. And then there's some other settings. So I'm going to show you in the live demo right now. So you can take a look. Okay. So also you can go back to the slide after the section if you want to start your own cursor programming. Okay. So let me go to cursor. So the first thing after you do all the setup, all the installation, and then you will be able to see this screen. So we start with the open project. So that means you will start a project, and you can select a place where you want the project, the folder to locate. So for example, I would like to create a new folder here, like the cursor demo. So this is an empty folder. I create here, and I select this folder as my working folder, and then select this one to start. So you can see is it's nothing here, right? It's nothing here. So actually in cursor, so the first thing you need to do is you have to go to the file, and then the the preference, and then VS Code setting. Okay, VS Code setting. So this setting means the first one you need to configure is you type the file here, and then by default you can see the file exclude here. So this is like just like you work with the Windows Explorer. Sometimes there will be some hidden file. Okay,
Sorry,
it
sorry,
won't be have.
Lewis.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, you haven't shared the screen with
Oh,
cursor.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me share again. Okay. Sorry about that. I hope you can see right now. All right. So so the first thing after you start cursor. Okay. Let me start again. Okay. So the first thing after you install cursor, you can see this open project. So just click open project, and then select the folder you already create or you just created, which is a working folder, like this one, the cursor demos. So this is the empty folder, or you can select right click and then click new folder to create a new one. Okay, if you want to. So you select this folder, and then you can start to work on this Earth cursor. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is you have to customize a setting. Okay, customize one of the setting. So which is called the here from file, preference, and then VS Code setting. So you don't need to write down. I already incorporate in the PowerPoint. So this is the setting which I want to show the hidden files. Okay, hidden files. So when I click the VS Code and then type files here, and you can see the file exclude. Okay, file exclude here. So I would like to remove this config, the git file. So git file here means by default the cursor will not show all the file with the extension .git. Okay, but I want to show this git in my cursor folder later on. So I want to remove this. So I just click cross here to remove this rule. And then later on, when I have a file called .gif, it will be shown on the left-hand side. Okay, left-hand side. Left-hand side, actually, you can see right now I'm in the cursor demo folder, and I have nothing here because I haven't created any files down here. And later on, you will be able to see some file we will be created under this demo folder. But the first thing I want to do the setting is to remove this rule so that all the .gif file will be shown here. Okay, I will tell you why I need to do so later on. Okay. All right, so this is the first thing I would like to do. Okay, and then the second thing I would like to do is I would like to convert this folder into a Git folder. So that means I want to have some version control of all my work. So I can easily to go back to different version of the file that I create beforehand. Okay, so I have to convert this folder into a Git folder. So all you need to do is very simple. So you just click here on the right hand side, here, this icon, and then click initialize repository. After you click it, and then just 5 or 6 seconds, and then you can go back here and you will be able to see now we have a .git file here. So that means the folder right now is a Git repository folder. Okay, so that means there will be some version control feature. So even though you are not using the version control, you still recommend to do this beforehand. Okay, so that to make this folder a Git folder. And what the setting I just to remove the rule to display the .git file here. So you can see you now can see this git file folder under the demo folder right now because I just removed the rule to hidden the git folder. Okay, so this is just for your reference. So if you don't care about the version control, then you can skip this procedure. But if you do want to do some version control, then you can follow the PowerPoint, which I already document in the PowerPoint. Okay. All right. So the second thing I would like to show you is after you create this Git version folder, and you have to you have to um, you have to make sure that the version of the folder, the version of this cursor you use is for example, for my version is 2.6. Okay, it's 2.6. So as I mentioned before, I don't want the latest version to be used for the demo today. I want to use the old version, which is the 2.6 version. Okay, because there is some feature available in this version that I want to show you. And if you don't want the cursor to automatically update the version for you, so after you install, then you have a several things that you need to do before you can keep using the old version. Okay, so what I try to do is I go to the cursor. Let me show you here. I try to type this in the chat box here on the right hand side. Okay, this is the chat box. So what I want to say is I keep the cursor pinned to this install version. Okay, and then do not update and or update automatically to the new version. Okay, and also ensure cursor does not update after even though you close cursor and restart the cursor. So you type this here in the chat box, and the cursor will automatically help you to configure your cursor to avoid any update. Okay, avoid any update of your cursor to the new version. So why I don't do it manually to click some configuration, because you don't know where or which file will be affect the update version, will affect the version of your cursor. So the more easy way is to ask the cursor to do it for you. So that's why I put this here in the prompt and then just click it, and then you will be able to, the cursor will be able to help you to configure your cursor to remain in the old version. Okay, so otherwise, if you don't set it, if you don't do it, the next time you restart cursor, it will automatically update to the latest version. Okay, so this is what I don't want. Okay, so this is just for your reference. For this demo, I have already done this. Okay, so if you want to done this by yourself, then you can go to you can go to cursor and type the prompt here, and then click here to run this prompt, and then the cursor will do it for you. Okay, so I don't want to do it right now. Okay, just some pre-configuration that you need to do. All right, so I want to show you the cursor interface. Okay, so this is the cursor interface we need to know before we start using cursor. So there's a couple of there's two ways that you can use the cursor interface, and also two versions available. So when you click here on the top, we have the agent mode and the editor mode. We have two interfaces that you can use. So so for example, the editor mode, if you select editor, you will be able to see this is the editor mode already. And on the left hand side, here is the file structure, or if there is any file that you create later on, you will be able to see the file structure here. And also in the middle is the coding. And on the right hand side is the chatbot. So this is the place where you type in your prompt. So just like you're doing you work with some OpenAI, like Copilot, or even you use the ChatGPT, you can type the prompt here. Okay, so this is the prompt. After you type the prompt and submit the prompt, the cursor will generate the code for you in the middle here. Okay, we will do some demonstration later on. Okay? So this is the editor mode, and also you can change to the agent mode. Agent mode actually is more or less the same as the editor mode. The only difference is that the arrangement is a little bit different. So you can see the chat is now in the middle, okay, the left and the middle, and on the right hand side is the coding that you will be able to see later on. Okay, so it depends on your preference. So either editor mode or either the agent mode, it was the same. Okay, so it depends on your preference. And I will start with the editor mode, and then I will switch to the agent mode later on so that you can see the difference between these two modes. All right. So so far so good. So there are quite a lot of config that you need to do before you start using cursor. Okay. So we just take a look of this configuration in my presentation, and also you can refer to the PowerPoint later on if you want to. Okay. All right. So let's see. We start with this. Okay. We start with the setting. Okay. So you just click here and setting. The setting here actually will show you what pricing plan you now is subscribed. Okay. So when you go to setting, and then in the general, you will be able to see to manage your account. Okay. When you click open, so you will be able to see a web browser, and then it will open your account information. So from time to time, you might want to see the usage. Okay, so you can see on the left hand side the usage, and you will be able to see how much you use as of today. Okay, so I already used this amount. Okay, the US dollar from the early this year. Okay, so it depends on the model or pricing model you subscribe. So if you want more if you want more token, then you can select this model or either one. Okay, either one. So I already introduced to you. Okay, so this is the way that you can check the model, the usage from this platform. Let me go back to the cursor. And apart from this setting, let's see. After you log in, then you can easily change the setting using the gear icon here to change the setting. But for the latest version, the setting is not here. So that means you need to, if you want to change to other layout, you have to select from the general somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. You have to select from here if you use the latest version. Because this is the old version, and you can select from here, which I like it, which is more easy for me to select from here. Okay. All right. So from here in this version, you can see from here. Let me close and then activate the cursor again. Because if I use the old version, I will be able to select this use multiple model. Okay, this option here. If you use the latest option, you won't have this option, use multiple model. So what this means is that you can use different model at the same time to create different tasks. Okay, so I will show you a demo later on. If you use the latest version, you won't be able to see this menu here, this toggle menu here. You won't be able to select this use multiple model option in this chat box. Okay, so you will see what's about this later on. Okay, and here you can see there is a list of model already show you, and you can also add more model here to facilitate your work. So if you want to, by default, the cursor will give you the auto. Okay, auto. Auto means the cursor will select the best model for you. Of course, it's not based on the cursor will not consider the price of the model. The cursor only consider the how efficient of the model or depend on their choice. So we don't know the algorithm. It is automatically select by the cursor. So if you use the free plan, if you subscribe to the free plan, then you won't be able to select the model down here. So you by default is the auto mode. You won't be able to have the option to select different model. Okay. So if you subscribe to any paid model, paid version, then you will be able to select, for example, different model to use in your chat box. Okay, so just like if you're using your Gen AI, you can select different model to use, like DeepSeek, GPT, and here you can select different model to work with your task. Okay, if you want to add more, you can click Add Model here, and there will be a long list here that you can turn on the model you want to use. Okay, so there are many model that you can choose to use in your cursor. And if you're using VPN to connect to the USA, to other country, then even though you can find those model from Alphabet, okay, like the Chrome model, the Opus model, and Sonic model. If you use VPN to connect to Singapore, to connect to Taiwan, and even USA, you will be able to see more model. Okay, because of the restriction in Hong Kong, you won't be able to see all the model available here. Okay. All right, so I would like to tell you more how you can select the best model you want. Okay, how to select the best model you want, even though by default the cursor will select this one, for example. Okay, but there is some choice for you, some criteria for you that I would like to show you to select the model you want. Okay, so if you go to the cursor pricing page here, the model and pricing page, okay, and you will be able to see a list of model which is available in cursor, and we show here down here. So you can see different model will charge you different price. So here we have for example, this is the top model, the Sonic, which is from Alphabet, which costs you $3 input and $15 output. So what this mean? Input means the prompt you type, okay, the prompt, and also some past conversation where you work with the cursor, okay. That means the past history, the past conversation, and the prompt you type in. So this is what we call the input. Okay, we'll charge you $3 per 1 million token you use. Okay, and the output is $15. So that means to generate the response for you, once the cursor generates the response for you, it will charge you $15. Okay, $15 for the output. Okay, so the whole cost actually is the inputs together with the output. So this is the total cost that you need to pay. Okay, for per 1 million token you use. Okay, so you can calculate by yourself. Okay, if you want to. So but normally you know that for this model is the top model, it charges you quite a lot for both the input and output. Okay, unless you are very much or you are keen to use this kinds of model for some complex programming, then you will be able to select this one. So otherwise, you will be able, I recommend you to select some lower cost model or cheaper model like this one, which is the Composer 2.5, where the input cost is only 0.5 and the output is 2.5 only. Okay, and there are many models that are even cheaper. Okay, so this is one criteria that you can pay attention when you select different model, which will charge you different prices. Okay, so be careful, don't select this one. Always use different, then your token will be consumed very fast. Okay, and also this is based on the cost. So if you want to compare the performance of the model, okay, you can go to the this website Arena. Okay, so in this website, you can see if you can see the top model is available here by ranking. Okay, so the top model here is this one again from the Anthropic. So this is the top model in the world, which is handle the text generation. Okay, so you can see the list here is very long list. So if you want to select model based on the performance, then you can go to this website and take a look. Okay, and also from the right hand side here, you can also see the price. So so now you know how to read this price. $5 is the input, and the $25 is the output cost. So for each transaction, okay, depend on the token you use. So this is the sum of these two. Okay, the amount you use is the sum of the input and output. Okay, so in proportion. So if you for example, if you use up 1 million token, then you will be charged $30 per session. Okay, so this is how you compare the cost and the performance of the model. So after you study this, then you know from cursor, okay, from cursor down here, and you will be able to select the model you want. Okay, so I will use the default Composer model. This is the model profiled by Cursor itself. Is developed by the Cursor. Okay, so I found this it is good to use and also even cheaper, even cheaper. All right. Okay, so if everything all right, every setting that you have to config is already configured, then we can start coding. We can start coding. Okay. So now the first task I want to do is let me show you from here. Okay, let me go to. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I already show you this. Okay, so the first task I want to show you is I would like to create a tic-tac-toe game. Okay, tic-tac-toe game. Okay, so I think most of you know about tic-tac-toe game. And I would like to use the Composer 2 fast model to generate this code in HTML. And later on, after cursor will generate the HTML code, and I can run the HTML in my browser to play the game. Okay. So let me show you how to do this. So first of all, I have to let me stop it, and then I type it in the chat box here. Okay, in the chat box here to make a tic-tac-toe game that run on the web. Okay, run on the web. So I select the model I want. So this is the default. And then I can click here, okay, to run this prompt. So while you run the prompt, you will be able to see a lot of question will be shown you, which asks you to confirm. Okay, so let's wait for a while. So it's now generate the code. Okay, you can see it's now generate the HTML file, and whether you want to continue, of course, I want to continue. Okay, so it will ask you many times. Okay, ask you many times, and continue. So the cursor will show you every step the cursor is doing. So you can see what the cursor is doing right now, okay? And what you need to do is you can just click continue to let the program running, okay? All right, so after it's finished, okay, so you will be able to see on the left-hand side. So this is the program. This is the program that run in the browser automatically for you, okay? So you can see in cursor, there is a built-in browser which will automatically run the HTML code for you. So you can also run this index.html file in your cursor in Chrome or in Firefox. You can open it in the Firefox or in the Chrome. But if you don't want to, cursor will automatically open this file in a web server and run the code for you. So what you need to do is you can review what the cursor is already done for you. And also cursor will highlight the feature of this game. We show you the feature of this game, how to play this game here. You can read this. And if everything all right, then you can click keep here. Okay, keep here. Under here, there is a keep link. So keep here means you confirm the code. Okay, I click keep here. And then you can try it here. So for example, I click here, the first player, the second player, another one, and then you click. So you can see the one who can link up the free cross here will be win. Okay, we have a score 1. You can start another game or reset the score, start a new game. For example, somewhere here. Okay, so another winner, which is from this one. Okay, so it's easily create a game where you just type the prompt and then the game will be created for you, and you can play the game here using the within the cursor browser, and even you can modify the game. You can modify the game. So for example, I want this button to change to yellow. Okay, I want this button to change to yellow. Of course, you can open the code. When you click here, it will automatically open the code for you. So this is the HTML code, and then you can locate the CSS code and then change the color of the button. But I don't want to. Okay, I want the cursor to do it for me. So what I need to do is I click here on the top, so you will be able to see this button. Okay, this button. So when you click here, select element, and then you can select the button you want to change, like this one. Okay, I select this one and click here. So after I click it here, you will be able to see down here, there is a button already insert into the prompt. Okay, so that means what you are doing right now will be affect this button. And what I want to do is I want to change the color, okay, of this button. So I just type change the button to yellow. Okay, I just type here, change the button to yellow, and then click submit. The cursor will run it for me. Okay, so run it for me. And then So it's finished. And then you can click to confirm the coding. And you can refresh the browser. And now you can see the button is now changed to yellow, right? It's now changed to yellow. So you can still play the game, okay? Okay, you still play the game. And click here, you can start a new game. So it's very easy for you to change the coding. You don't need to edit the coding, and you just work with the interface here, and then you will be able to change the element, every element in the output here. So actually the output is now in only one HTML file, which is the index.html file. And if you later on, if you scroll cursor, and then you can open the file under your cursor demo folder, okay, which is this one, which I save in the desktop, and then you can just double click it, open with your Chrome, and then you will be able to play it. Okay, you still will be able to play it. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is a quicker way that you can create a game using the cursor to create a game for you automatically. Okay. So another example that I would like to show you is let me close it. So for example, I have an image. I have an image. Okay, like this one. Let me switch to okay. Okay, let me open a first. Let me stop and share again. Okay. So for example, I have this image. Let me open the image first. Okay. So this image, okay. So I draw this image on a paper, and I want to create something like this. I want to create a book list, which have an image, the book cover, and then the name of the book, the title of the book, and also the description of the book. Okay, so this is what I want to do. And I draw this image, and I want cursor to create a website, a web page, which include this information in the web page. Okay, so what I need to do is let me restart cursor again. Okay, so there's something here. Okay. So what I need to do is I can open the image and then to drag the image into cursor. Okay, so let me go here. So this is I have to find the image. Oh, not this one. Okay. Okay, here. So I have the image, okay, here, and I want to drag it in the cursor. So I start a new section. Click here to start a new section. And then I drag the file here. I drag the image here. Okay, I drag it here. Okay, I drag it in the prompt. So now you have already included this image in the prompt. Okay, and then you can type here to ask cursor to create a file, HTML file for me, this is the file name, book.html, and it should contain the interface, the image, the content in the image to display in the HTML page, okay, including the book data, okay, and also the cover. So this is what I want to do, and then I click here to submit the prompt. So it's very simple. You can just draw your image, or even you screen capture a particular website that you find it very useful or very nice or fantastic. Then you can just make a screenshot, and then you can drag it to the prompt to ask cursor to create for you. So now it's working. So you can see generate the book.html. And I just click keep, okay, to finish it. So you can see from the book.html, the code is already generated here, okay. So if you want to see the HTML page, you can either open it with your Chrome, or you can say, um, please run the book.html in browser, okay, in browser. So this tag mean here, I want the HTML, this page, book.html page, to open it and run it in the cursor built-in browser. So you can type the @ sign and then browser and then run it. So it will open this page in the cursor built-in browser. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so okay, I will run it. So let me close first. Okay, and run it. Actually, you don't need to type run many times like me. The next time you see that, you will be able to. There's a allow icon. You can click allow. Then you don't need to click run many times. So you can by default to accept it. So now you can see the output here, right? The output here. So because I asked the cursor to open this book.html page in its built-in browser, so you will be able to see it will automatically open the page for you, and this is this is something that I want based on my image submit to the cursor. Okay. So right now we have complete two tasks. So the first one is to create a game, and the second one is to create a page using the image, which work with the cursor. Okay, we automatically create this for me. Okay, and then you can upload this HTML page in your web browser, and then you will be able to share. Okay, in the website. So any questions so far? Okay, let's see. No. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to share with you is about the rule. Okay, about cursor rule. So let me open the presentation. Cursor rule. Okay, cursor rule. So cursor rule actually means so you can create some guidance to the cursor, so that the cursor will follow this guidance to create, for example, some coding. Okay, some coding. So it's very useful sometimes because you want the result or the output of the code to be consistent every time. So you can create these kinds of rule to instruct the cursor so that the cursor can follow the rule, and then to create every time you ask similar question, and then the cursor will generate the code in the same way. Okay, so this is the purpose of the cursor rule. So just like when you go to school, there is some rule every student have to follow. Okay, so this is the rule that you guide the cursor to follow every time when cursor creates some coding. So this is the website which I show on the screen. It's the website that you can go to take a look of some standard rule that cursor will use. Maybe I can go to one of this with you. So you can see like this one. Not here. Okay, let me copy the link and show it here. So cursor rule. So for example, if you want to see some cursor rule for HTML, okay, some sample. Okay, some sample. So after you search HTML, and you will be able to see some sample that you can use. So when I open this rule, So actually, you can see these are the rule that some of the example of the rule that you can guide the cursor to create, particularly for generate HTML code. So for example here, you will inform the cursor that the cursor is an expert in programming assistant, and when generating HTML code, so use the latest version of the HTML, and also use this timing CSS and also vanilla JavaScript. Okay. So far, and also other information like should be accurate, factual, and also should be follow the user requirement carefully, and also have to um, write code in correct, up to date, okay, bug free. So far, as also and many others, okay. So these are the rule or the guidance that you can instruct the cursor every time create the HTML code, okay. So this is more general, and you can create some rule that is more specific, okay, even down to like the what the function name of the coding that should be used, and also the text, also the you have to ask the cursor to create, for example, some comment or instruction or description for each of the function call. So you can include in the rule, so that every time the the cursor will generate the code according to the rule you specify in the rule. Okay. So, but now I don't want to go into so complicated, but I want to demonstrate to you there's a to create a rule, how to create a rule that you can easily to use in your cursor. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me start a new one. Okay, start a new cursor and close this window. So what I'm trying to do is I would like to create a rule. Okay, to create a rule where every time I ask the cursor to create the page, okay, like this, to include the CPU logo at the top, okay. So whatever, every time the cursor create an HTML page, so there should be automatically include the CPU logo at the top of the page. So this is the rule I want to create to instruct the cursor to do this, okay. So let's see how I can create this rule using cursor. So so first of all, you can select the um, you drag the logo here. Okay, you drag the logo here. So I found the city rule logo. Let me go to the working file. Oh. So I found the CTU logo. Oh, where is the logo? Okay, and okay, this is the CTU logo, and I drag it to the cursor. And I instruct the cursor to create a new rule. So this is the rule I want to create. So create a new rule to create a new rule so that every HTML page later on create, okay, will show the image. This is the image at the top center of the page. Okay. So this is the rule I want to create. So let me click here to submit the rule, to submit the instruction. And cursor will create the rule for me. Okay. So just wait for a while. So you can click allow here to allow to automatically allow the cursor to confirm the code, to confirm the code to be generated. So if you don't want to click to run every time, so it is now generated the rule. Okay. So basically, so in this section, so I just want to introduce you different features of the cursor. Okay, so you can try it later on. Follow with my PowerPoint, and you may not know exactly or how detailed the step, but at least after this session, so you know cursor have this kind of feature, and you can work with cursor with this feature that apply to your work. Okay, so this is very important. Okay. So now cursor is creating the rule, so that takes some time to wait for it. So if you want to create some file or HTML, it's not that complicated. Then you can select the fastest model. Okay, so I keep all, and then I set the rule. So where is the rule? So you can see under cursor rules here, it's automatically create this folder for you. Okay, and this is the rule which create automatically by cursor. So this is the MDC mean the uh, the markdown file. Okay, markdown file. So what markdown file means? You can think of is some instruction, some instruction that standardized instruction that tell the cursor, okay, how to do. In this case, is the rule, what the cursor should follow when every time is create a HTML page. So so in this markdown file, in this rule file, we simply call rule file. So you can see the first thing in this rule file is every HTML page in the project, okay, in the new project should include the CTU logo, okay, CTU logo. So this is the first rule. And then there, if you scroll down, you can see some config, which is automatically generated by the cursor. So you don't need to care about how the CSS will work or how the HTML page will work. Only you need to do is you have this instruction, okay, must create a logo for every time to generate the HTML page. And on the top here, when you click the pull down here, so you can have different options. So so for example, always apply means you can still configure the rule, further configure the rule that every time for all HTML page will apply this rule. So this is what we mean by always apply. Okay. Apply intelligently means the cursor will determine by itself whether this rule will be applied. Okay, so it depends on the cursor. It depends on the model. It will decide whether the rule will apply. Okay, and also apply to a specific file means so right now we only focus on .html file. If you want to specify also the .htm, then you can type like this .htm file. So sometimes it's .htm and sometimes it's .html, depend on the platform you use. So this means apply to a specific file. Okay. So if you want other file type, then you can specify here other file type that you want to trigger this rule to be applied. And apply manually, that means by default will not apply this rule, and you have to call the rule by typing the @ sign and then follow the rule name. Okay, so basically to make it simple, I would like to change it to always apply. So now it's changed to already apply, and then I can save it. And now I would like to generate another HTML page. Okay, I start a new project, a new section. And what I want to do is I want to create a pick a wheel game. Okay, pick a wheel game. Okay, I just close this. I want to create a pick a wheel game. And it's supposed after I create this HTML page for the pick a wheel game, it should have a logo on the top. Okay, so let me see because I selected always apply. Okay, let's see. Yes, the question is the rule file also, when you generate the rule file, is it pick up or is also consume your token. So this is true. In my case, the rule file will apply to all HTML file in this folder only, in this folder in this folder only. Okay, because I set this in this um it's only applied to my workspace here. That means the folder I work with only. Okay. All right, so I just click continue, and you can see something here. So it's now generate a picture view. Okay, and you can see the logo is on the top, right? The logo is on the top here. So and also I can play around the picture view. Okay, so even though it's still generating. Okay, and you can change different setting here on the left hand side to change the different option in the wheel. Okay, I just leave it to continue. Okay, so basically it's all there. So we have the page, the picture wheel page, and the logo is already on the top. Okay, so next time when you create another HTML page, okay, it will automatically add the logo in your HTML page. Okay, so this is what we mean by using the rule. Okay. All right. So let me show you another thing. So that is another thing is more interesting. Okay. So I want to show you about the agent. Okay, agent in Cursor. Okay. So as I mentioned previously, you can run different tasks at the same time, or you can run different tasks using different model at the same time. Okay. So the first thing I would like to show you is I would like to show you how to run the model um, at the same time using the parallel agent. Okay, parallel agent. So for example, I go to the cursor. Let me. Oh, I go to the cursor and let me change to agent view this time. Okay, so for easy showing you the how the work is going. So this is the agent mode. Okay, so we just work with the editor mode, and now we work with the agent mode. So with the agent mode, you can see the chatbot is now on the left hand side. So which is more easy for you to see what I'm trying to do. So for parallel agent means you can run the same task. You can run different tasks at the same time using the chatbot here. So for example, in the first agent, I want to run this research. Okay, I want to run this research, and I click here. So let cursor to find the information about this research for me. Okay, and at the same time, I start another agent. I click here, new chat, and then I run another research question. Okay, and again to kick off this research. So now you can see on the left hand side. So this is the first agent, and this is the second agent. It's now running parallelly. Okay, it's now running parallelly. So if you're using Gen AI, you won't be able to do the agent at the same time unless you start another browser tab, right? But in Cursor, you can run the many agents at the same time. Okay, so you can see this is the first research question I submit to Cursor is finished. Okay, and at the same time, the second research question is also finished. Okay, so whatever is shown here, but at least you know that we can start to run parallelly for the same task or for different tasks using different agent to run in at the same time. So this is what we call the parallel agent. Okay, parallel agent. So it saves you time. Of course, it consumes token for each of these agents, but at the same time you can run different things. Okay, using different agent. So this is one of the options that you can use to run parallel agent. Another thing is you can run different tasks with different model. Okay, different model. So for example, and so for example here, I want to build a web page. Okay, another web page with a big button that will show when I click will show some fireworks. Okay, something like that. Okay, I want to create an HTML page. When I click this, we'll have some fireworks like things to show up. Okay, so this is what I want to do. And I want to create this HTML page using different model at the same time so that I can compare the result later on to see which one give me the best result. Okay, so what we call the multi-model. And this option, as I mentioned before, is only available in the Cursor 2, the version. Okay, Cursor 2. So which is the version I currently use, 2.6. Okay. So if you want this version and you want to use this version, then you can follow the step in my PowerPoint. And also I mentioned earlier, you can restrict or you can stop the cursor to update to the latest version. Okay. All right. So let me quickly show you how to do this. So you can start. You can go back to the cursor, and I start a new agent. Okay. And this time I would like to have this research question. Okay, build a web page. Okay, build a web page with a button to have some fireworks like event. Okay, and show in a browser. Okay, and I would like to have the first one, and I would like to have the multiple option model. Select this, and then I want to select this two model. Okay, the for example Gemini, and also this one composer. And even for the same model, you can select two instant. Okay, the second instant, two instant. That means I will run the job using two composer, two section on composer model, and one section on the Gemini model. And then I can compare the three different model and see the output. Okay, so let me click submit. It will start the three model at the same time to run the same thing. Okay, at the same time. And I just continue. So and continue another one. So let me just wait for it. Okay. So at the end, you will be able to see the output on the right hand side. Okay. So you have to keep, because I have to run it every time. You can click here, allow, always allow. Once you click this, then you notice you click the run again. Okay. But I don't want to, because I want to, for example, I want to see what is going on. So I keep clicking run every time. So the first one is now there. Okay, it's now complete. Okay, so when I click the button, it will generate something like this. Okay, so this is the one already complete. So which one is it? Okay, is this one the first one? Okay, so this is the first. This is the first one. It's already complete. Let me wait for all others. Okay, so it's the same effect. Okay, when you click, it will generate something. Okay, this is the first one from the Gemini. And the second one, let's see, is still working. Let, let me see this one. Okay, this one is finished. So I copy the link and then to start another browser. And put the link here. So this is the second one. this one, okay? And the last one, let's see, is still working on. Let's wait for 1 or 2. Okay, it's there. Okay, it's already okay. So I just copy this link and open another browser. Okay, so all complete. So this is the first one. This is the first one. Oh, not here. Let me copy again. Okay. So this is the first one, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. Okay, this is not the second one. Okay, so this is the second one, and this is the third one. It's very similar, the second and the third. Okay, but the okay, this one. Okay, something wrong. Okay, anyway, so you can see after running this multiple agent at the same time with different model, you will see the output. Okay, and you can compare the output. Of course, this one is much better, right, than this one. So you can select this one. For example, is this one, and then click apply down here, and then we will finalize the file for you. Okay, when you click apply, and then it will save at this version for you for this file. So you can see the file here. It will generate a view file for you after you click the apply. So this will be the final one. Okay. So this is one thing that I like it. So you can run the same thing with different model at the same time, and then you can compare later on. And then when you confirm the one which is the best, and then you can click apply, and then it will automatically save it for you. Okay, as the final one. So this is called the multiple model. All right, so let me quickly switch to another topic. Okay, so that we want to cover today. Okay, so the last topic is about how to connect the MCP to Scite and consensus. Okay, so first of all, we need to know what is MCP. So MCP is actually in the full name is Model Context Protocol. It's a standard. It's a standard. It's a standard. You can think of it as a standard interface, like the one you use right now we use the USB Type C. For example, it's the standard interface that you can connect to different device, right? So in the old days, on the left hand side, so you have to do coding for different application. So for example, if you want to connect to a database, then you have to create a set of Python code. If you want to connect to for example, some application, then you have to write another Python code to connect to different application in the past. And now we have MCP, a standard interface, just like USB Type-C, a standard interface that you can connect to different device. So what you need to do is you no need to write different coding for different application. You only have to do some setup in one interface, and then you will be able to connect all these application. So for example here, this is the file that you need to config for the MCP. So for example, if you want to connect to Scite, consensus, and this one, another application, then you can just put in the link, the URL, okay, MCP URL here, MCP URL here, then you will be able to connect to Scite and consensus. Okay, so it's very simple. So you don't need to do many coding. You just add the thing in this file, mcp.json, and then you will be able to config the Scite and consensus. So I will show you where is this file later on. Okay, so first of all, let me set up how cursor can connect to Scite. Okay, so we start a new one. Okay, we start a new interface. let me close something. Okay, it's too much here. Okay, so new agent. Okay, so from the setting, okay, from the setting here, you can select MCP. There is an option MCP, and you can click here, add custom MCP here to config the MCP file. Okay, so I just click here, and then it's empty. So for example, if you want to connect to site and also um, the consensus, okay, then you can just copy the thing and put it here. Okay, so for example, I want to connect the site first. Okay, I just put the link here, put the content here. Okay, so I already put this command in the PowerPoint, so you can just follow me to copy and paste here will be okay. Okay, so after that you save it. So this is the mcp.json. So by default, you click new, it will create this file for you. And then you just copy and paste the code and put it here. And then it will automatically connect to sites. Okay, you can see from the MCP here, is now the site is already added here and turn on. So you can turn off if you don't want to connect. If you want to connect, then you can turn on. Okay. And then after you connect this site, and then you can also connect, for example, consensus. So consensus is much more easy. You can either copy the code which I given to you, or you can go to the cursor directory. I want to show you cursor directory. There are many things in cursor directory. So from cursor directory website, you can search consensus. And then you will be able to find this MCP. You click here and then add to cursor. It will automatically add it for you. Okay, add it for you. And there is some question. Are you going to install cursor consensus MCP? Yes, I want to install. And then you will automatically connect for you. So now when you click the MCP file, you can see it's already added for you here, consensus. So now you have both site and consensus in your MCP connection, and then you can start searching. Okay. So for example, you want to search something like that. Okay. I want to search site. I want to search site for articles related to the role of Tai Chi, for example, in posture, stability, and core strength. Okay. And how Tai Chi can enhance these two things. And then I want the cursor to generate the smart citation for me, including those citations should indicate supporting, contrasting, and mentioning. And whether our institution, that means CTU, can have the holding, and also summarize the finding for you and cite the reference in APA style. Okay. And give me an overall summary of the research. So I just click here. So it will generate, so later on it will generate a report to me. Okay. Run again, run, run. Run, run. So how to config the site MCP? So if you are using ChatGPT or using the Claude, first of all, you have to use the VPN to connect to USA or Singapore or Taiwan, and then use the connector in the Chat GPT or Claude to connect to Scite, okay? To connect to Scite. So I have already put this in the PowerPoint, um, like this one. If you use Synclaw, then you can add the connector from the chatbot to add the connector, and then search Scite and turn it on. Okay, turn it on, and then you will be used. You will be used. You can be used to search Scite to search for research paper. Okay, this is an example. The same for ChatGPT. First of all, you have to connect with VPN, and then you can add the connector or add the MCP, and then doing something similar. But of course, in the Scite MCP website, it will show you the instruction how to connect to different platform. How to connect to different platform. Okay. So down here, you can see ChatGPT can connect Scite. You just click and will automatically connect for you, and also Claude, and also other platform. You can see how to. It will show you how to connect to Scite in order to search with the chatbot. Okay, let's see. Still running. So you can see it's now searching for the Scite. Okay, because I already turned it on. It's now searching the Scite platform. And I hope that 1 or 2 minutes will be able to finish. Okay, let me just click it. So because I asked for too many things, so it takes time to generate the result. Okay, almost there. Okay, it's there. Okay, so now finish. So searching the Scite for citation, and these are the paper from Scite. Okay, and you can see here for each of the article, will give you the breakdown for the whether how many article is supporting in this supporting, how many is contrasting, and how many is mentioning about this article. And also there's a link where you can get the full text. Okay, so these are the, when you scroll down, so you can see this is, and also a summary overall landscape about this research. So whether consensus or disagreement will give you a summary. Okay, and even a table show you the another additional information. And the reference is cited in APA 7. Okay, so the cursor have already done all the tasks that I asked it to do, right? And then you can ask the cursor to create an HTML page for me. Okay, and then you will generate the whole content in HTML page. Okay, I won't do this here. You can try it on your own. Okay. So basically, this is the things I want to show you. And one more thing I want to show you is you can just take a look. So apart from consensus and Scite, there is another thing called the academic MCP, and you can connect this with where you can search with different platform other than Scite and consensus, including Google Scholar. Let me show you. Including Google Scholar, and also Scopus, and also some others. Let me quickly show you. So I have documented step if you want to add this academic MCP. it can search for all these platforms. Okay, PubMed, Semantic Scholar, Google Scholar, everything, and also Scopus. But for Scopus, it requires an API key. You can request an API key by your own. It's free. And for others, we'll need to pay, like IEEE, SciDirect, and also Spring also need to pay. Okay, so you can just copy the code and put it here, which I will include it in the PowerPoint. This one, copy all this code and then put it here, and then you will be able to search, to do the search. Okay, for example, search in Scopus, Google Scholar, and Semantic Scholar for research paper related to a particular topic. It will give you results showing Scopus, Google Scholar, and also the Semantic Scholar. You can try it on your own. Okay, so what you need to do is to just install it, and then add this code, and then everything is in the cursor. Then it will help you to do this. Okay, so I think time is up. Okay, so I will stop here. So as a final conclusion, so for white coding, actually it will help you a lot to create the code, and and also convenient for you to create different kinds of code at the same time, whatever Python, HTML, or even Java. But for white coding, something that you have to pay attention is that you have to, after the code is created, you have to double check whether the code is valid, or whether the code is achieving some security or safety standard. So you have to see whether, for example, if you connect to a database, the code is connected to the database, make sure the correct right is granted to the user. Okay, so this is very important. So this is something that you need to remind yourself. And there are many things available in the cursor documentation page. So if you want to take a look, you can go to the cursor documentation page to see the details about the different function of the cursor. All right, so that's all I want to share with you. So I hope you grab some idea about what the cursor can do for you, and you can further explore about the cursor later on after the class. Okay, so I pass on to Sylvia. So you can do some wrap up, right?
Before we wrap up, we would like to hear your thoughts about today's section. So I will share the evaluation survey link in the chat box, and I will send you the email later. And you really can help us to improve our future event. And our promotion time. So before you go, please consider joining HKLA for more resources. I also post a link to apply our membership in the chat box. And lastly, don't forget to follow us on the social media to stay updated on the latest news and upcoming events. So you can find us on these social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also our YouTube channel. We will upload the recording to our YouTube channel later. And please stay tuned for future HKLA events and have a wonderful Friday and enjoy exploring Cursor. So goodbye now.